This session is for the mind that won't stop, for the thoughts that keep coming when everything else has gone quiet, for the worry that finds you the moment you lie down. You don't need to do anything to prepare. Just let yourself settle and allow this to begin. Please note, this session is designed for rest and relaxation only. It is not a replacement for medical or mental health support and should never be listened to while driving or operating anything that requires your full attention. If this kind of session helps you, there are more waiting for you on this channel. Subscribing means you'll always have something here for the nights when your mind needs somewhere quiet to land. Now, find a comfortable position, close your eyes if you haven't already, and let this begin. You're lying down, but your mind is still going, still replaying things, still running through tomorrow, still catching on things that haven't happened yet. That's okay. You don't need to stop that right now. You don't need to already be calm. You just need to be here, exactly as you are, with everything still moving. And that's enough to begin. Because here's what's true. Your mind is not broken. It's not doing something wrong. It's doing exactly what it was built to do. It notices things. It prepares. It tries to keep you safe. It looks ahead so you don't get caught off guard. And it's very good at that. Sometimes too good. So good that it keeps going, even when there's nothing left to prepare for. Even when the day is done, even when the only thing left to do is rest. And tonight, you can let it know, gently, without frustration, that it can stand down now. Not because everything is sorted, not because every problem is solved, but because right now, in this moment, there is nothing that needs solving, nothing that needs your attention, nothing that requires a response tonight. Whatever is waiting can keep waiting. It will still be there, and you will meet it with far more in you after a night of rest. But that's tomorrow. And tomorrow is not here yet. Right now, there is only this room, this quiet, this breath, this moment. And you can be here without needing to do anything with it. So let the thoughts continue if they want to. Don't fight them. Don't push them away. Fighting them only gives them more weight, more energy, more reason to stay. Instead, just let them be there, somewhere in the background, the way traffic sounds in the distance. You can hear it, but it has nothing to do with you. It doesn't need your attention. It doesn't need a response. It just moves and fades on its own. And you stay here, still, separate from it. And as you stay here, Let your body begin to do something your mind hasn't been able to yet. Let it rest. Your body doesn't need to understand everything before it can relax. It doesn't need answers. It doesn't need resolution. It just needs permission. So give it that now. Permission to stop holding. Permission to stop bracing. Permission to let go of the shape of the day. Start with your face, your forehead. There may be a tightness there you haven't noticed. A furrowing. A subtle bracing. Let it smooth now. Not by forcing it, just by noticing it and allowing it to soften. Your eyes, heavy behind closed lids. No effort needed. Just resting. Your jaw. This is where so many people hold without knowing it. Teeth pressed together. Muscles tight. Let your jaw drop very slightly. Just enough to create a small space. Your tongue resting softly, not pressed anywhere. Your throat soft, open, relaxed, and your shoulders. These carry everything, the weight of the day, the weight of the worry, the weight of trying to hold it all together. Let them drop now. Just a fraction. You may be surprised how much was still being held there. Let it go. Not all at once. Just a small release, like setting something down you forgot you were still carrying. Your arms, heavy now. Your hands, open. Fingers soft. Nothing to grip. Nothing to hold. And your chest, rising and falling. Without your help. Without your control. Your body breathing itself as it always has. As it always will. You don't need to manage it. Just let it continue on its own. And with each breath out, something releases. Not dramatically, not all at once, just a little, just enough. Your stomach, soft, unclenched. No armor, no bracing, just soft. Your hips, heavy. Your legs, beginning to feel the weight of them now. Your thighs resting fully. Your calves loose. Your feet still. Completely still. Your whole body, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, beginning to settle, beginning to soften, beginning to rest. And your mind, still moving perhaps, but a little further away now. A little less insistent, a little less loud, because your body is no longer feeding it tension. And without that tension, there is less to hold on to. The thoughts are still there. but they are changing, becoming less sharp, less urgent, less able to pull you in. They come and they go, and you stay here, steady, still, resting. And that's all you need to do right now. Just stay here. Just rest. Just allow everything to begin settling in its own time, at its own pace, without effort, without force. Just this. Just now. Just rest. You're still here, and that's exactly right. Your mind may still be turning things over, still finding edges to catch on, still returning to the same thoughts. That's okay. You're not failing at this. That's just what a busy mind does. It loops. It returns. It checks. It worries about the worrying. And that last part, that's the one that keeps so many people awake. Not just the original thought, but the frustration that the thought is still there. The worry that you can't switch off. The fear that tonight will be another night of lying awake, watching the hours pass. So let's do something different tonight. Instead of trying to stop the loop, just notice it. Just observe it. The way you'd watch someone else's argument through a window. You can see it happening. You can hear the shape of it. But you're on the outside. It's not yours to resolve. It doesn't need anything from you. Let the thoughts argue if they want to. Let them loop if they need to. And you stay here, on this side of the glass, warm, still, uninvolved, because here is something worth remembering. A thought cannot hurt you from a distance. It only has weight when you pick it up, when you turn it over, when you try to solve it. So tonight, you don't pick it up. You see it, you acknowledge it, and you leave it exactly where it is. It can wait. Everything can wait. And as you practice that, as you let things sit without touching them, something begins to ease. Not completely, not all at once, but enough. Enough to feel the difference, enough to feel the tension in your body begin to soften just a little more. So bring your attention now, very gently, to your breath, not to control it, not to change it, just to use it as a place to return to. Every time a thought pulls at you, every time the loop starts again, you don't fight it. You just notice it and come back here to the breath, to this moment, to this quiet. Your breath is always here. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't ask anything of you. It just continues, steady, reliable, always present. And right now, it's slower than it was, a little deeper, a little easier, without you doing anything to make that happen. Your body already knows how to do this. It's been doing it your whole life. Feel the breath coming in now. Cool, easy, filling you gently. And feel it leaving. Warm, slow, carrying something with it. Not by force, not by intention, just naturally, the way breath always does. And again, in, cool, gentle, filling, and out, warm, slow, releasing. You don't need to keep counting. You don't need to keep track. Just let it continue. And to rest your attention there, lightly, the way you'd rest your hand on still water without disturbing it, just touching it, just present. And as you stay with the breath, your body continues to settle. Your face, soft now. Your jaw, loose. Your shoulders, heavier than before. Further from your ears, carrying nothing. Your chest, moving gently, rising and falling without effort. Your stomach, soft, unclenched. Your hands, open, resting, completely still. Your legs, heavy. Your feet, still. Your whole body now sinking a little further into the surface beneath you, into the support that's been there all along, and your mind still perhaps moving somewhere in the background, but further away now, less insistent, less sharp. The thoughts are losing their edges, becoming softer, less defined. They don't carry the same urgency they did. They don't demand the same attention. They're just there. The way background noise is just there. Present, but not important. Not something you need to engage with. Not something you need to solve. And in between them, there is more space now. More quiet. More room to simply be. You don't need to hold on to that space. You don't need to protect it. It continues on its own, growing gently, quietly, naturally, and you can rest inside it without doing anything at all. Just here, just breathing, just allowing everything to continue softening at its own pace, in its own time, without effort, without force, just this, just now, just rest. You're still here, and everything is quieter now. Not silent, perhaps, but quieter. The thoughts that were loud earlier have less force behind them now. They're still moving, but differently, more slowly, less urgently, less able to pull you somewhere you don't want to go. And that's not something you did. That's just what happens when you stop fighting, when you stop trying to solve, when you simply allow. The mind naturally begins to slow when it's no longer being asked to perform. And tonight, you're not asking anything of it. Tonight, it can simply be, without purpose, without direction, without needing to arrive anywhere. Think about how much of your day is spent directing your mind, pointing it at problems, asking it to focus, asking it to remember, asking it to plan, asking it to keep track of everything at once. That is exhausting work, real work, even when it looks like nothing from the outside, even when no one else can see it. You feel it, that particular tiredness. That comes not from the body, but from a mind that has been running all day without rest. And now, finally, it can stop. Not because you've forced it, but because there is simply nothing left to run toward. The day is behind you. The night is here, and in the night, nothing is required. Nothing needs to be chased. Nothing needs to be caught. You can let the mind slow down, the way a car slows, when there's no longer anywhere to be, no longer any reason to hurry, just coasting, gently, quietly, coming to a natural rest. And as it slows, you may begin to notice that the thoughts are changing. They don't feel the same as they did an hour ago. An hour ago, they had shape. They had direction. They led somewhere. One thought connecting to the next, building into something. But now, that connection is loosening. Thoughts appear, but they don't finish. They begin and then drift away before they can fully form, before they can take you somewhere. And you don't need to complete them. You don't need to follow where they were going. You can let them remain unfinished, incomplete, dissolving, like words written in fog, appearing briefly and then fading before you can quite read them. And that's okay. That's more than okay. That's exactly right. Because a thought that doesn't complete can't worry you. A thought that dissolves before it forms has no weight, no urgency, no claim on your attention. It's just a flicker, and then it's gone. And the quiet that follows is a little deeper than the quiet before. And as that continues, your sense of time begins to change as well. You may have noticed already that you're no longer tracking the minutes, no longer aware of how long you've been lying here, no longer calculating how much sleep you might get. If you fall asleep right now, that calculation, that cruel arithmetic of sleepless nights, is fading, and in its place, there is just this moment, without before, without after, just now, just here, just this quiet, ongoing, unfolding, without needing to be measured. Time feels different in this place, softer, less defined. It moves, but you're no longer watching it move. You're no longer counting its steps. It passes the way clouds pass, without announcement, without urgency, without asking anything of you. And you can remain here, inside this softer sense of time, where nothing is late, nothing is early, nothing is running out. There is simply enough quiet, enough stillness, enough space for everything to rest. And your body continues to settle beneath you, deeper than before, more fully, more completely. Your head heavy, your neck completely released, your shoulders sunk now, fully dropped, no trace of holding, your arms, the weight of them resting entirely, your hands still, soft, curled gently like someone already sleeping, your chest rising and falling so slowly now, so quietly, barely noticeable, your stomach completely soft, your hips heavy, your legs loose, still, the weight of them sinking further into the surface beneath you, your feet completely still, your whole body from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet resting more deeply than it has all day, held without effort, supported without resistance. There's nothing left to hold, nothing left to brace against. Everything has already been set down, and you're breathing, so quiet now, so slow, barely felt, barely noticed, just continuing on its own, the way it always does, the way it always will. And your mind, further away now, the thoughts less formed, less connected, they appear and dissolve, appear and dissolve, leaving behind them more quiet, more space, more stillness. And you can remain inside that stillness without holding on to it, without protecting it. It continues on its own, growing, deepening, without your involvement. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to stay aware. You don't need to keep track. Everything continues exactly as it should, without you, and you can simply rest, drift, allow, soften, further and further into the quiet, into the stillness, into the dark, where nothing is required and nothing is waiting, and everything can simply be. Something has shifted. You may not be able to name it exactly, but something is different now than it was when you first lay down. The weight that was sitting in your chest, that low hum of unfinished things, of unresolved worry, of not quite being able to let go. It's lighter now. Not gone perhaps, but lighter. Less insistent. Less able to hold your attention. And that happened without you forcing anything. Without you solving anything. Without you doing anything at all, except staying here and allowing. That is worth noticing, because so much of what keeps a restless mind awake is the belief that something must be done, that rest has to be earned, that calm has to be achieved, that sleep has to be chased. But you didn't chase anything tonight. You just stayed, and things shifted on their own. They always do. When given enough space, when given enough time, when no longer being grabbed at and squeezed and demanded of. The mind, like everything else, naturally moves toward rest when it's no longer being pushed in the opposite direction. And tonight, you stopped pushing, and so here you are, further along than you were, without having tried. Let that be a reminder for the nights that come after this one. You don't have to fight your way to sleep. You just have to stop fighting and allow the natural direction to carry you. And right now, that direction is downward, deeper, softer, further from the surface of things, further from the thinking mind, further from the part of you that plans and worries and prepares. And that part is resting now. It's still there, but it's quiet, like a room in a house where the lights have been turned off. The room still exists, but nothing is happening in it. Everything in it is still and dark and at rest. And you can move through the rest of this house quietly, without turning the lights back on, without disturbing anything, just moving deeper into the quieter rooms, the softer spaces, the ones further from the noise, further from the day, further from everything that required something of you. And as you move deeper, your awareness begins to change. It becomes less sharp, less focused, less interested in the details. You're no longer taking note of things, no longer cataloging, no longer making sure you haven't missed anything. You can miss things now. It's safe to miss things. Nothing will fall apart. Nothing will be lost. Everything that matters will still be there on the other side of sleep, waiting patiently, without urgency, without complaint, and the things that don't matter will have faded by morning, the way so many worries do. The ones that felt enormous at midnight and are barely a memory by 9. You know that feeling. The one where you wake up and try to remember what was keeping you awake, and you can't quite reach it. It's dissolved, become nothing, revealed itself to be less solid than it felt in the dark. That's what's happening to tonight's worries right now. They're already beginning to lose their solidity, their edges, their certainty. They're becoming softer, less defined, less real. And you don't need to help that process along. You don't need to argue with them or disprove them or reason them away. Just let them dissolve the way they always do. When you stop holding them up, when you stop giving them your attention, when you let the night do what the night does best, and your body now even heavier, even more still, even more deeply held by the surface beneath you, your face completely at ease, no expression left to hold, your jaw loose, soft, your neck released, your shoulders lower than you'd think possible, completely surrendered, your arms heavy, the kind of heavy that feels good, that feels like rest, your hands still, open, everything released, your chest barely moving now, just the gentlest rise, the quietest fall, your stomach soft, your whole middle completely unheld, your hips heavy, your legs, the full weight of them sinking, your feet completely still, completely quiet, your whole body so deeply rested now, so completely supported that the line between you and the surface beneath you feels less distinct, less defined, as if you are simply part of the stillness, as if you have always been here, and the day. and the worry and the rushing were the dream, and this quiet, this stillness, this deep, unhurried rest is what's real. And you're breathing so slow now, so quiet, you barely notice it. It continues somewhere, without you, without effort, without thought, and your thoughts barely forming now, arriving incomplete, staying briefly, dissolving before they can take shape, leaving behind them only quiet, only space, only the deepening stillness of a mind finally beginning to let go. You don't need to hold on to anything. Not tonight. Not anymore. Everything has already been set down. Everything is already at rest. You can follow now, without effort, without resistance, just drifting softly, gently, downward, into the dark, into the quiet, into sleep. Somewhere along the way, the effort stopped. You may not have noticed the exact moment, but it's gone now. The trying, the monitoring, the checking whether it's working, all of it quietly dissolved, and in its place, there is simply this, a soft, wordless presence that doesn't need to be anywhere, doesn't need to do anything, doesn't need to understand itself. Just here, just resting, just continuing on its own. Your mind is very quiet now. Not in the way you might have tried to make it quiet earlier. Not a forced silence. Not a held breath. But a natural quiet. The kind that arrives on its own. When everything that was driving the noise has finally run out of fuel. The worry that was so loud when you laid down is barely a whisper now. And even that whisper has lost its meaning. It's just sound without content, without urgency, without any real claim on you. You can hear it the way you hear rain on a window, present, but distant, having nothing to do with you, requiring nothing, asking nothing, just there, and then not even there. And the thoughts, they're different now. They don't arrive the way they did before. Fully formed, carrying weight, demanding attention. Now they arrive, half finished, incomplete, like fragments of something you can't quite identify. A word, an image, a feeling without a name, and then it's gone, dissolved, before it could become anything, before it could ask anything of you. And you don't reach for it. You don't try to complete it. You just let it pass. The way everything is passing now. Gently, without resistance, without loss. There is a particular feeling that comes at this place between waking and sleep. It's not quite one thing and not quite the other. It's something in between, a softness, a looseness, a sense of no longer being quite located, of not being sure exactly where you end and the quiet begins. You may feel it now, that gentle uncertainty, that pleasant blurring of edges, of boundaries, of the line between thinking and simply drifting. And you don't need to name it. You don't need to hold on to it. You don't need to understand what's happening. Just allow it. Just let the edges blur. Let the boundaries soften. Let the sense of where you are and who you are and what you are thinking about become less clear, less important, less necessary, because in sleep, none of that is needed. In sleep, there is no position to maintain, no identity to uphold, no thoughts to finish, no worries to carry. In sleep, everything is set down, completely, without exception, without reservation, and you are moving toward that now, naturally, without effort, the way water moves toward stillness, not because it's forced, but because stillness is simply where it goes, when nothing is disturbing it, and nothing is disturbing you now, your body, so deeply still, you have almost forgotten it is there. Your face, gone. Your hands, forgotten. Your legs, heavy and distant, somewhere far below. Your breath, continuing, somewhere, without you. So slow, so quiet, so far from anything that requires attention, and your mind, barely present at the surface now, drifting somewhere beneath the words, beneath the thoughts, beneath the part of you that knows it's drifting. That knowing is fading too. The part of you that has been listening is growing softer, less attentive, less able to follow. And that's exactly right. That's exactly where you need to be. Don't hold on to the listening. Don't try to stay aware. Don't try to keep up. Just let the words become sound, and the sound become background, and the background become nothing. Just a quiet that continues without you needing to follow it, without you needing to be present for it, without you needing anything at all. Just drifting now, just fading, just dissolving softly, quietly, completely into the dark, into the warm, into the deep, restful, quiet stillness of sleep that is already waiting for you, already here, already holding you. All you have to do is stop holding on and let yourself fall gently into it. There are no more instructions now. Nothing left to follow. Nothing left to do. You made it here, to this place, where nothing is required, where nothing is waiting, where the only thing left is to remain and allow and dissolve further and further into the quiet. Your mind, if it's still here at all, is barely present, barely aware, barely forming anything. Thoughts may still drift through, faint, unfinished, like shadows moving through a dark room. You sense them, but you can't quite see them, can't quite catch them, and you don't try. They pass, and the room is dark again, and the quiet that follows is deeper than the quiet before. There is no effort left in you, no holding, no bracing, no waiting for something to happen. Nothing is going to happen. Nothing needs to. This is already everything. This stillness, this dark, this soft, ongoing, quiet is everything. And you are part of it now, not separate from it, not observing it, just part of it. The way a drop of water becomes part of the ocean, not lost, not gone, just no longer separate, no longer distinct, just part of the whole, the vast, quiet, still, whole, and your body, somewhere beneath you, far away now, heavy, still, forgotten, your breath continuing without you, so slow, so faint, barely there, barely noticed, just continuing on its own, the way everything continues on its own now. And the worry, if you can still find it, try to find the worry that was there when you first lay down. Try to find its shape, its weight, its urgency. You can't quite reach it now, can you? It's there somewhere, but it has no edges anymore, no sharpness, no demand. It dissolved the way it always does, the way it always will, when you stop feeding it, when you stop turning it over, when you let the night do what the night does, and tomorrow, if it returns, you will meet it differently, because you will have rested, because you will have remembered that even the loudest worry grows quiet in the end. Even the most relentless mind finds its way to stillness. Even you find your way here, to this place, every night, no matter how long it takes. You always arrive. And tonight, you arrived a little earlier, a little more gently, a little more willingly, and next time, perhaps earlier still, perhaps more gently still, because this is something you are learning, not by trying, but by allowing, not by forcing, but by trusting. Trusting that the quiet is always here, always waiting, always willing to receive you, exactly as you are, on whatever night you arrive, with whatever you're carrying. It receives you and holds you and asks nothing. And right now, it is holding you completely. There's nothing more to do, nothing more to think, nothing more to understand. Just this, the dark, the quiet, the warmth, the stillness, the breath, continuing somewhere without you. And if there is still a part of you, somewhere at the surface, still half listening, still half aware, that's okay. You don't need to let go of it. It will let go of you in its own time, in its own way, without you needing to do anything to help it along. Because that's what this place does, quietly, without announcement. It loosens the last remaining grip, the final thread of wakefulness that has been holding you just above sleep, and it releases it gently, without drama, without effort, and you simply drop softly, the way a leaf drops from a branch. Not because something pulled it, but because the time came. Naturally, inevitably, without resistance, and you are dropping now, not falling, not rushing, just dropping, softly, slowly, the way everything drops when it finally lets go, and the dark around you is not empty, it is full of quiet, full of warmth, full of rest, more rest than you can hold, more quiet than you can measure, more stillness than you have words for, and all of it is yours. All of it is here all of it is waiting, not impatiently, not conditionally, just waiting, the way the night always waits, steady, unhurried, without judgment, for you to arrive fully. And you are arriving now, more fully with every breath, more completely with every moment, more deeply with every word that passes through you and dissolves. Your awareness fading now, becoming less and less and less. The words just sound now, just a gentle, distant hum that continues beneath everything, beneath thought, beneath awareness, beneath even the sense of drifting, just sound and dark and warmth and rest, so deep, so complete, so still. You are already there, already gone, already sleeping, already held in the deep, wordless, weightless quiet of a night that asks nothing and gives everything. Just rest now. Just rest. Just rest. Just rest. And if sleep hasn't fully taken you yet, that's okay. Stay here in this quiet, in this warmth, in this stillness. There is nowhere else to be, nothing else to become, nothing waiting on the other side of this moment. Just more quiet, just more dark, just more of this soft, endless, gentle rest that continues and continues and it continues without you needing to follow it, without you needing to be present for it, without you needing anything at all. The night is long and it is all yours. Every quiet hour of it, every still, dark, unhurried moment, all yours to rest inside, completely, without condition, without effort, without end. Just sleep. Just rest. Just this. Continuing gently, always, for as long as you need, for as long as it takes, for however long the night holds you, it will hold you completely, without letting go, without asking anything, without needing anything from you ever again. Tonight Just sleep.